For the Rochester Lady Zebras, they have a record of 23-1 and ranked number 2 in Class 2A. At one guard will be a 5'3" senior Alexa Holland. The second guard, a 5'5" senior Becky Malco. Third guard, 5'6" senior Allie Larkin. The fourth guard, 5'5" sophomore Morgan Ruff. And in the middle of the night for the Lady Zebras today, this afternoon, 6'2" sophomore Kennedy Musselman. Rochester coached by Mr. Tony Stasiak.
So Eastbrook being introduced right now. Rochester already has been introduced, and as soon as the introductions will be done, we'll be ready to kick off this second game here at Eastern High School. Again, LCC defeated Frankton this morning by a score of 42-39, so they have earned their shot into the championship game tonight, which will start at 8 o'clock. And
Zebra Nation, huge this afternoon.
Yeah, the crowd on this side of the floor goes all the way to the ceiling, and the other side where the student section is, the student section has just about filled the bottom section.
Yeah, I agree. Great following. Rochester's had great following all year. So Eastbrook in their home whites, Rochester in the road blacks. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. The Lady Zebras will go to our right, Eastbrook obviously to our left. The winner of this game will get Lafayette Central Catholic for the championship tonight at 8 o'clock here at Eastern High School. So it'll be Musselman and Haynes to jump center. I'd like to see her win this tip.
Yeah, Haynes a 5'10" senior, so we've got a height advantage across the board on the floor.
So here we go. The officials are ready. Everyone ready for game number 2 here at Eastern. The ball is up and controlled by Eastbrook. Gressley works against Becky Malco between the rings. Works to the left side of the floor. Backdoor pass to Smith. Down low to Haynes. Haynes around Musselman. Down the corner to Smith. Drives the baseline. Wraparound pass to Kitts. Her 15-footer left side is no good. Musselman grabs the board and outlets to X.
That's a good start for Rochester. Eastbrook had a couple of looks, and Rochester did a great job of shutting down the driving lanes and getting the big rebound.
2-1-2 zone by Eastbrook.
And they're extending it out to half court. They're going to try and stop Rochester from making those cross-court passes at the top of the key.
Ruff with the basketball. Now to Holland. Holland in the right corner to Malco in the paint. Goes to the basket. Layup is no good. Rebound fought for. Musselman keeps it alive, and Allie Larkin chases it down. Now to Malco. Left side of the floor. Loses the handle in the paint. She travels.
Well, there's two opportunities there for Malco to drive the paint. She missed the first layup. Musselman and Larkin did a great job of chasing down the loose ball. Malco again with another drive to the bucket.
Yeah.
That time she just lost her footing. So if they can continue to slice through that defense, good things are going to happen.
Gressley crosses the timeline for Eastbrook. Works to the left wing, now the left elbow. Throws it behind Kitts. She grabs the basketball, brings it to the top of the key. She travels, and it's going to go back to Rochester.
Well, both teams trade a pair of turnovers.
So minute 7 gone here in the first quarter. No score here at Eastern. Rochester, the visitors on the scoreboard. Here comes the 2-1-2 zone defense by the Lady Panthers. Holland high on the left side. Goes in the corner to Ruff. Moe with a couple of dribbles to the wing. Gives to Holland. Now on the right wing. X around the defense. Backs it out to the volleyball line. Now to Malco. Gives him the corner to Ruff. Ruff passes up at 3. Now works to the wing. A wraparound pass to Holland, top of the key. To the corner to Malco. Down low to Musselman. Kennedy backs her way and throws up a shot. It is no good. She gets a row rebound. Put back is good.
Great hustle by Kennedy Musselman. She almost gave up after the first one. She thought it was going to go in, but she recovered in time to get the rebound and the putback.
Rochester strikes first, 2-0. 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Kitts around the defense, works to the left wing, now the left elbow. Lob pass inside's knocked away. Larkin picks it up. Nice outside defense by Musselman. Allie Larkin with the basketball and runs. Near side to Malco. Malco's fouled by Kitts on the reach-in, and it'll stay with Rochester out of bounds on the sideline.
Well, right now, Eastbrook's defense at extending 2-1-2 zone. They're trying to take away the dribble penetration by Malco and Holland and limit those cross-the-top passes at the top of the key.
So the inbounds pass comes into Malco. 2-1-2 zone defense. To Holland behind the arc. X fakes the shot, gives to Ruff in the corner. Lob pass to Musselman. Kennedy down low. Jumper is, come on. Shoot the basketball and quit throwing it at the rim for crying out loud. Shot is no good, and the rebound to Eastbrook. Down low to Haynes, runs around the defense, out to Smith. Left corner three on the way is no good. Draws nothing but air. Malco picks up the rebound. Becky Malco in the lane, and she's going to be called for the carry.
Yep. She kind of got a little ahead of herself. She knew she had an opportunity to take it to the hole, but she needed to kind of gather herself and get control of the basketball first.
5.5 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 2-0. Eastbrook basketball going to our left as Kitts will walk it up for the Lady Panthers. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Kitts through the center circle.
One of those cases where the adrenaline's flowing and the brain is working faster than the body.
I would agree with that. Gressling, the left baseline, cut off by the double team. Over the top of the defense to Kitts in the corner. Kitts with the basketball for Elwood. Down low to Haynes. Her jumper's way off the mark. Musselman another rebound, and she clears to Holland. 3 minutes gone, first quarter. Rochester up 2-0. Holland against the 2-3 now, it looks like, Brad.
Yeah, I think they're going to be looking to change up their defenses and try and keep Rochester guessing.
Mo loses the handle. Gressley coming the other way to Haynes. Layup, no good. Rebound to Rochester. Malco with the basketball, middle of the floor.
The nerves by Eastbrook as they've missed a couple of good shots.
And is that going to be on Kitts? If so, that's number 2 for Eastbrook.
Nope, that one's on
Gressley. Even better.
Yep.
Baseline right is Ruff. Mo will look to trigger it in, actually make that baseline left.
I think we're going to have to look for Ruff and Larkin to try and get started offensively for Rochester to free up Malco and Holland.
Holland for three, left wing is good, and Rochester up 5-0.
Of course, what do I know when Alexa Holland.
I like it. 4.5 to play first quarter. Rochester up 5-0. Gressley through the center circle against Malco. Left side to Kitts. Kitts around the pick at the free throw line, not even looking to shoot. Kicks it outside to Smith. Smith looks back door to Haynes, or Gressley that is, and chucks her out of bounds. And then now Eastbrook will use a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back at Eastern High School, 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 5-0. And after the Eastbrook timeout, they'll have the basketball. After the Eastbrook timeout, Rochester will have the basketball coming to our right.
Emma Dahlquist has checked in for Kennedy Musselman for the Lady Zebras.
2-3 zone by Eastbrook. Malco, middle of the floor, no look pass to Holland, now to Larkin. Alley in the left wing, dribbles away from the defense, near the timeline to Holland. X with the basketball, a couple of dribbles in the volleyball line, works near side. And then left wing pass to Malco, back to Holland on the left right wing. Drives, kicks it out to Larkin, and she kicks it out to Reset. And her pass is kicked into the stands by Kitts. And surprisingly enough, that's right. Kitts has one foul, Gressley has a foul.
Right, yeah.
So Larkin will trigger it in right in front of the Elwood,
she's lucky she didn't take out one of her own teammates.
or coach.
Bench, yeah.
Eastbrook, bench. Holland to Malco, left baseline, pull up 10-footer on the way, it's good, it's 7-0. 3.5 to play first quarter.
Good recognition by Malco. Dahlquist sealed off the defense down low, and Malco just dribbled to the open space on the 8-foot jumper from the baseline.
3:25 to play first quarter. Rochester out 7-0. Gressley directs traffic on the left wing. Maddie Shively will come in at the next opportunity. Now to Kitts at the free throw line. And her pass is deflected but picked up by Gressley. Her shot's blocked by Ruff. Get it out of here. Picked up by Moan. She runs.
Nice defense by Morgan Ruff, the sophomore.
Holland high on the right side for Rochester. Directs traffic. That 2-3 zone extended out to the volleyball line. Now to Larkin in the right corner. Back to Holland. X with the basketball. Dribbles to her left. Now the middle of the floor. Switches directions. Goes to her right. Kicks it out to Larkin. 3 right baseline on the way. It's way off the mark. The putback by Malco is no good. Dahlquist put back. Good foul.
Great job by Rochester. Both Malco and Dahlquist doing a great job of blocking out down low. Larkin's three-pointer was a little short, and Malco doing a great job, and Dahlquist getting the and one.
Maddie Shively comes into the game. Allie Larkin will have a break. 2:49 to play first quarter. Rochester up 9-0, and Emma Dahlquist on the line for one free throw for the Lady Zebras, looking to push this lead to 10. Emma, the 6-foot sophomore, eyes the free throw. And the lefty is on the way. It's nothing but net. Nice looking form there by Emma Dahlquist. And Lady Zebras now up 10-0.
Fantastic start for Rochester. They're working through a little bit of adrenaline. And Eastbrook, I think, is trying to deal with nerves.
Yes. 2:38 to play in the first quarter. Gressley all the way to the left baseline against Malco. Dribbles away. Now in the paint. Goes to the basket. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Malco grabs the board. Becky runs. Malco right side of the floor. Hesitates at the volleyball line. Now gives to Holland in the corner. X back to Malco, top of the key. Now left side to Ruff. Oh, Mo, take that one.
Yeah, they're leaving her wide open. She may have to start shooting before the game's over.
Ruff, that is, high on the right side to Malco. To Holland, that is. Back to Malco, high on the left side. Becky to Holland between the rings. X with the basketball. Bounce pass to Malco. Malco just inside the three-point line.
Ooh.
Lobs it down low to Dahlquist. Saved from going out of bounds by Ruff, of course. But pit right into the hands of Gressley and Eastbrook. Under 2 to play first quarter. Rochester up 10-0. Right side to Kitts against the double team. Kitts got to get rid of it, and now we're going to have a foul on the reach-in by Shively.
So Shively's going to pick her first, team first on
Boy, you're talking about a bailout there by the official.
I agree.
Minute 50 to play. First quarter, Rochester up 10-0. Eastbrook basketball out of bounds.
He counted the 5 and had to call something, so he called the foul. Jake, where are you?
Yeah, right. Get back down here. Gressley with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Zebras. Gressley at the volleyball line between the rings. Gets a pick from Smith. Works right side. Now to Smith at the volleyball line, or the free throw line. Now to Haynes. Haynes drives it right hard. Just about has a pick. Now to Smith. Smith in the paint. Goes to the basket. Throws up a shot too hard. Offensive rebound by Haynes. She's fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And we'll see who that's going to be whistled against. I think it's going to be Dahlquist, but we'll see. I'm wrong again.
No, it's going to be on Ruff.
Allie Larkin will come back into the game with 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-0.
Haynes just a 60% free throw shooter.
Haynes' first one on the way is nothing off the side of the rim. No good. Larkin back in, and Ruff will come out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. A minute 30 to play. First quarter, Rochester pitching a shutout right now. Haynes at the line for one more for Eastbrook. Haynes eyes the second one, lets it fly. No good off the back of the rim. The rebound to Shively, and she outlets to Larkin. Allie will ring the point for Rochester. She'll bring it up the floor, cross right through the center circle. Against the 2-3 zone, to Holland high on the left side. X around the defense. Gives to Malco on the near side of the minute 20. Malco, right elbow, down low to Dahlquist. Emma shot off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for. Rochester comes out of there with it. Malco in the paint. Leaner on the way, no good. A foul coming on Eastbrook. Malco will go to the line to shoot 2.
Rochester getting a lot of opportunities down low. That foul's coming against Gunning, her first, team third.
So at the line is Becky Malco, the 5'5 senior, the minute 15 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-0. Malco eyes the first one, lets it fly, and it's short. She'll have one more. She has had a fantastic postseason.
Malco averaged 12 points a game in the regular season. She averaged 19 points a game in the 3 sectionals.
Like it. Second one for the senior. No good again. There's Dahlquist with another rebound. She's on the floor. It's going to be tied up. Rochester should get possession on the tie-up because Eastbrook won the tip, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Nice hustle by Emma Dahlquist. So it'll be out of bounds to Rochester baseline right. 69 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-0. Holland looks to get it in, and she throws it away, and now we're going to have a foul coming on Dahlquist. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right. That's her first. Unfortunately, though, that foul comes from the bad pass of Alexa Holland.
Yeah, right. Kitts looks to get it in. Does so to Smith. Now quickly to Gunning. Gunning gives to Gressley. Her shot's good and a foul. And X just picks up a foul, and that's going to send Gressley to the line to shoot 1 for Eastbrook in the minute to play in the first quarter.
And Gressley's the one of the 2 for Eastbrook. She's averaging 14 points a game, and she gets her first bucket, and she's looking to add to it.
Great student body.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm sure RTC4 has already showed the student body, but if you can get a shot from there, fantastic. Great following for the Lady Zebras. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, though, and she traveled before the shot. No, we're going to have a foul on Rochester, and Haynes will go to the line to shoot 2. She traveled before the shot, but she's going to get bailed out again, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Shively picks up her second.
So at the line is Haynes.
Haynes again, she's already missed 2 free throws.
First one is good. Musselman and Ruff back in. Shively and Dahlquist to come out. A minute to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-3. And one more coming for Haynes for the Eastbrook Lady Panthers. Haynes steps in, a right-handed free throw shooter. Eyes the second one, lets it fly. No good. And another offensive rebound to Smith, and her pass is deflected out of bounds by Ruff. Rochester going to give it back to Eastbrook again. And Kitts will look to trigger it in right in front of the Rochester student body.
Well, Eastbrook already a three-point possession here in this this time down the floor.
Smith gets the inbounds pass against the man-to-man defense. She works against Musselman. Kennedy's going to let her have that shot. She drives it left, stops at the free throw line, gives outside to Gunning. Gunning, now to Smith, back to Kitts with 43. Kitts holds behind the arc on the left wing, now the middle of the floor, and resets for Eastbrook with 38. She goes to the basket, kicks it out to Gressley. 3 left wing is no good, and Becky Malco is going to pick up the foul on the shot.
Picks up her first, and that's going to send Gunning to the free throw line for 3.
We're smarter than that.
Yep. That was just a hip check by Malco.
So going to the line is Gressley. Rochester leading by 7 with 34 seconds to play in the first quarter.
So 5 free throw opportunities in this stretch, in this possession for Eastbrook.
Gressley hits the first of 3. She'll have 2 more. And these 3 freebies could cut Rochester's lead to 5.
Yeah.
Gressley has 2 more. Second one on the way is good again. Again, Gressley is a 5'4" junior for Eastbrook. And she has 1 more freebie for the Lady Panthers. Actually, she hits this one to cut it to 4. Eyes the second one, lets it fly. It is good again.
That's a 5-point swing.
Yep.
No, that's a 6-point swing because it was a 10-point lead for Rochester.
10-6, Rochester. Malco against the full court press to Ruff, over the top to Holland. X to the basketball, pulls it out with 25. Rochester looking for the final shot of the period, up by 4 with 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Malco runs down the loose basketball, high on the left side. Now to Holland near the timeline with 16. Back to Malco, high on the left side with 14. Becky with the basketball with 12. Works to the middle of the floor with 10. Outside to Holland with 8. X in the corner to Larkin with 5. Larkin around the defense with 4. Now top of the key with 2. Malco with the basketball, and she's going to be fouled by, I believe, Kitts with .5 to play in the first quarter.
That's her second, and I don't think
he didn't want to call that real badly.
He was really reluctant to call it. He was kind of hoping maybe the clock was going to run out on him, I think.
Yeah. So .5. Larkin looks to get it in. To Holland. 3 at the buzzer. Nope. After 1, Rochester leads 10-6. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Going to the second quarter, Rochester up once 10-0 now. Oh, just a 4-point lead at 10-6, and it's basically, Brad, it all came down to one trip down the floor where Eastbrook scored all their points.
One possession, they get a bucket and an and one, and then turn around and get fouled on a three-pointer.
Yeah.
They had 6 free throws in that possession, and they hit 4 of them.
We're going to have a tie-up between Gressley and X. Great hustle. Fantastic hustle by Alexa Holland. It's going to create a turnover, and Rochester going to get it back on the tie-up. Nice way to start the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see if we can get aggressive with the basketball and get some points on the board.
Larkin gets it into Malco. 2-3 zone by the Lady Panthers. Holland high on the left side, now backs it out to the volleyball line. Now to Malco in the center circle. Becky back to Holland, left wing. Drives it hard against the double team. Down low to Musselman, chases it before it goes out of bounds. And her pass is deflected and stolen by Haynes. Haynes for Eastbrook going the other way.
And the tighter this game gets, the more confident Eastbrook's going to get. I think Rochester had them in a good place at 10-0, and boy, one possession, and all of a sudden it's a ball game, and Eastbrook's looking to attack now.
Drake, left elbow, hands off to Gressley, and Holland just picked up foul number 2.
That's the team 7th as well. So Eastbrook's in the bonus.
And Gressley will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus.
She's 4 of 5 from the line already in this game, and she's a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah, we've already seen her hit a hat trick of them.
Well, they've already taken 8 free throws, and we just got out of the first quarter.
Gressley with 1 in the bonus. First one for the junior is good, and it's 10-7.
5 of those 7 points are from the free throw line. So if Rochester could quit fouling.
Right, and they got to. Now that X has 2 and Becky has 1 and Ruff has 1, I think. Shively has 2.
Yep.
Free throws no good. Malco with the rebound. Becky rips and runs. Left side of the floor for the Lady Zebras. High on the right side to Holland. Eastbrook still in that 2-3 zone to Malco. Malco down low to Musselman. She grabs it, puts it up, no good. She throws the ball at the rim again and can't get it to go in. And a rebound to Eastbrook. Sad. Kitts top of the key. Kitts works to the right side, now to Drake. Drake against Holland. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Zebras. Down low. Pass now to Haynes. Haynes loses the basketball. Ball loose on the floor. Ruff picks it up. Ball loose still. Malco now has it, and she is fouled as she is pushed into the bleachers. One, I think, has a foul. One has the last touch out of bounds. And I would think we're going to have a foul whistled against Eastbrook, I think.
Yes, against number Gressley. That's her second. So now Gressley and Kitts for Eastbrook both have 2 fouls.
Dahlquist back into the game, and Holland comes out. So Dahlquist and Musselman in the game for the first time.
Well, Rochester's not had any problem getting the ball down low to the post. The problem's been putting the ball in the basket.
Shooting the basketball at this point.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing it at the rim. Ruff against Drake, out to Malco. Malco wrap around to Ruff. Mo has her pass picked off by Kitts. Kitts left side of the floor. She'll go in for the left-handed layup. It is good. And Rochester lead is down to 1 as Eastbrook on a 9-0 run here. 6:09 to play, first half. Larkin to the right baseline. Larkin picks up the dribble, gives to Ruff. Mo the basketball in the paint to Dahlquist. Her jumper on the way is good, and a foul.
And that's the first basket for Rochester in probably 3 minutes, if not longer.
So Dahlquist at the line to shoot 1. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Rochester up 12-9. And the 6-foot sophomore at the free throw line for 1 for the Lady Zebras. Dahlquist at the line. Lefty fires a free throw. And it's good. It bounces off the back of the rim, hangs on the front of the rim, and falls through. It's 13-9.
6 now for Dahlquist.
Gressley bringing it up the floor against Malco. Gressley again playing with 2 fouls for Eastbrook. She is what makes Lady Panthers go. Ball's loose, picked off by Malco. Becky, right-handed layup is good, and Rochester up 15-9, and Coach Stasiak will use a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Ivy Tech Community College, you can prepare for a high-paying demand career in just 2 years. With transfer credits to a four-year university. For a bachelor's degree with us, visit Ivy Tech online, ivytech.edu. Ivy Tech is a proud sponsor of the RHS.
5:44 to play in the first half. Rochester now out to a 15-9 lead, and after their timeout, Eastbrook will have it going to our left.
After 1 at Columbia City, Tippecanoe Valley leads Fort Wayne Concordia 17-14.
Against the full court press, Haynes gets it in from Kitts, and Kitts gets it back and brings it up the floor for the Lady Panthers. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Kitts against Larkin in the man-to-man defense, high on the right side to Drake. Drake with the basketball, lob pass inside, ball tipped away, right into the hands of Musselman, who gives to Malco.
Great help defense by Dahlquist to keep that ball loose.
Larkin drives the right baseline. Pull-up jumper, no good, a lot of contact. Musselman to the rebound. She's found on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe that's going to be on Amanda Mars, the 5'9 senior for Eastbrook.
Nope, they called that one on Haynes, her first. Team 7th, though, so that's going to put Rochester in a bonus now.
Whoa. So Musselman's first free throw is thrown at the rim. No good. She'll have one more. 15-9. Rochester on top with 5:20 to play in the first half. The 6'2 sophomore at the line for one more. She sets herself, fires a second one. Good this time. She has 3 at 16-9. Rochester full court press by the Lady Zebras. Kitts pushes for the Lady Panthers to our left. Kitts through the center circle. Works left side. Oh, gets away with a carry. Now hands off to Gressley on the left wing. She's being chased by Ruff. Gressley between the rings, fakes left, goes right. At the elbow, fires it up from 15 feet, it's no good. Great block out by Larkin, ball loose on the floor. And we're going to have a foul on the reach-in by the Lady Zebras.
So that foul is going to be on Larkin, her first.
I'm not sure how you foul when you're almost ready to tie it up.
Yeah.
So back into the game for Eastbrook is Smith, and coming out is Mars, that is. Under 5 to play in the first half. Rochester up 16-9. Mariah Drake, this 5'6" senior, hits the first free throw. She'll have one more. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
And free throws are keeping Eastbrook alive in this basketball game. They've only got 2 field goals, so everything else is from the line.
Drake with one more, looking to cut this Rochester lead to 5, and she does so. Back into the game is Gunning, and coming out is Drake. Full court press now by Eastbrook.
Defensively, Eastbrook's done a great job of taking away the three-point line for Rochester. They're really forcing Malco and Holland to make decisions with the basketball.
So Malco with the basketball, over the top of the defense to Larkin. Allie against the double team, works it out to Malco, the volleyball line, left side, now to Ruff. Mo on the left wing, dribbles to the top of the key. 4.5 to play first half. Now to Larkin. Larkin has her pass picked off by Kitts. Kitts pushes ahead to Gressley. Gressley will go in for the layup. It is good. And it's 16-13. Nice idea by Larkin to get it to Musselman, but just a tick late.
Yeah, you got to be aware of the defense baiting you to throw that across the court, and that's exactly what they did. She was just waiting for them to throw it down low. She was going to step in the passing lane.
Ruff for 3, left wing is no good. Rebound to Malco, kicks it out to Larkin, and actually on the kick out, it was deflected out of bounds by Eastbrook. It'll stay with Rochester. No. Eastbrook fans are saying that was off of Rochester. Not at all. 4:05 to play first half. Lady Zebras by 3. Larkin will look to get it in right in front of the Eastbrook bench. Gets it into Ruff. Mo drives, down low to Dahlquist. Ball tipped away. Dahlquist on her knees, grabs a loose basketball out to Larkin for a right baseline 3. It's off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Eastbrook. Haynes gives to Gressley, and she brings it up the floor with 3:45 to play in the first half. Rochester clinging to a 3-point lead. Mars around the defense, back to Gressley. 3 left wing for Eastbrook is no good. Offensive rebound by Kitts. Now Gressley, top of the key, back to Kitts in the corner to Mars to Kitts. Thought about a 3, passed it up. Gives down low to Haynes. Her jumper over Dahlquist, no good. And the rebound to Malco. Rochester pushes up by 3. 3:25 to play first half. Top to Ruff, quickly to Holland. Fakes a 3, drives around the defense, goes to the baseline, throws up a tough shot, hits the bottom of the backboard, picked up by Gunning. Gunning now slows up and waits for the rest of the offense. Now to Gressley in the right wing. Rochester by 3, 3:10 to play, first half. Gressley over the top of the defense to Gunning, back to Gressley in the right side behind the arc about 3 feet. Back to Gunning, baseline to Mars. Mars drives the basketball, makes that, Smith drives the basketball, now to Haynes, top to Gressley. Had a wide open 3, passed it up. 19-footer for Kitts is no good. The rebound tipped out of bounds by Eastbrook. It's going to go back to Rochester's. Musselman will come back into the game, and she'll replace Holland.
Well, Holland's got the 2 fouls, so I think Coach Stasiak's using her to try and get the ball up the floor when they need it, but
that shot might have something to do, that last shot.
Well, that may be, but I think, with 2 fouls, he really doesn't want to get her in a situation to pick up that 3rd.
Ruff to Malco, splits the top of the 2-3 zone, kicks it out to Ruff. Mo in the paint, going to be tied up, and it's going to go back to Eastbrook and another Rochester turnover.
Either way, that was going to be a turnover because it wasn't a tie-up, it was going to be a travel.
2.5 to play first half, Rochester by 3.
Mo initially had a good idea to drive it into the paint, but when she got into that triple team, she didn't really have any place to go with the basketball.
Hands.
Yeah.
Eastbrook stays in that zone virtually the entirety of games, and that's all we've seen right now. Pass is deflected, picked up by Ruff. Mo runs middle of the floor, now to Malco. Malco then loses it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Again, quick hands, creates that turnover, or forces that turnover for Rochester. Eastbrook going to get it back.
Well, that time Eastbrook out of position. Rochester trying to push faster than they can dribble the basketball, and Eastbrook got a finger on it right at the end, and Malco couldn't control it before it went out of bounds.
2:10 to play. First half, Rochester up 16-13. Gressley, top to Smith. Smith against Musselman in the man-to-man defense. Smith hasn't dribbled yet, now drives, goes to the baseline, cut off by the defense, and lob pass in the corner, and we're going to have an out-of-bounds call against Eastbrook as Gunning just runs out of bounds. Malco gets up slow.
Good thing she didn't get called for the block.
Yeah, I thought that was coming.
Yeah.
Malco brings it up the floor. Minute 45 to play. And Rochester throws it out of bounds.
Well,
what are we doing?
Malco dribbled up to the trap there at the half-court line, and she saw Larkin out of the corner of her eye, and Allie wasn't paying any attention. The ball went out behind her.
100 seconds to play in the first half. Let us get us out of here.
Yeah, I would
as
agree.
well as we started, we have not played very well.
We played a great 3 minutes at the beginning of the game, and then we've struggled ever since.
90 seconds. Kitts left wing against Holland. Over the top of the defense to Haynes. Minute 25. Haynes hands off to Kitts at the volleyball line between the rings. Drifts to her right. Now back to her left. Lob pass to Haynes in the paint. Haynes back to Kitts. Right side back to Haynes. Drives the paint. Loses the basketball. Picks it up. Outside to Kitts on the right wing. Now top to Gressley. Minute 7. Gressley around the pick. On the right wing. Steps back behind the three-point line. Now to Smith. Smith from the elbow. Jumper over. Musselman is good. 16-15. 50 seconds to play first half.
Look for Rochester to try
and
run out this quarter. They haven't been very good at just handling the basketball.
I like where that emphasis was. And then Rochester loses it out of bounds. It's going to go back to Eastbrook.
That's the 11th turnover in this first half for Rochester. That's more than what they have in most games.
Rochester has not relinquished the lead in this half, but they could here on this possession for Eastbrook. 40 seconds to play. Rochester up by 1. Gressley works to the right. Outside to Gunning. Gunning drives the baseline. Over the top to Haynes. Haynes jumper from the elbow is short. Gets her own rebound. Put back on the way is no good. Musselman with a great block out and grabs the board at 25. Larkin to bring it up the floor at 2-3 zone extended to half court. To the timeline, I should say. Now Larkin holds the Holland with 19. X around the defense. We've got to be careful with Gressley.
It's
She's got 2.
Yeah, it's almost a two-man double team on the basketball out front is what this zone is doing.
Larkin underhands to Malco with 8. She loses the handle with 6. Gressley with 5. Gressley loses the handle, and she's going to be fouled on the shot by Ruff, and Gressley will go to the line to shoot 2 with 2.2 to play in the second quarter.
Morgan Ruff picks up her second right at the end of the quarter. And
I thought she got a lot of ball there.
I think Rochester's kind of falling into the illusion that the referees are going to try and bail them out here a little bit, and unfortunately it's cost them the lead in this ball game.
2.2 seconds to play in the first half. Eastbrook at the line for 2, trailing by 1. Abby Gressley, first one on the way, is good, and we're tied at 16. Haynes down and complaining to the official, something about Allie Larkin, I'm guessing. Suck it up, Buttercup. Second one for Gressley on the way. For the lead. On the way, it is good. 17-16. Malco with it with 1. Malco, half quarter at the buzzer on the way. No good. At halftime, Eastbrook leads the Lady Zebras 17-16. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. When her kids slowed down her bandwidth, she knew what to do. She called RTC and asked for a hand. That's when she learned about RTC Broadband. She told them her location and preferred bandwidth speed. RTC made her a package that best met her needs. Now she and her children all log in carefree, all thanks to broadband from RTC. What internet speed is right for you? Call RTC today and learn more about RTC Broadband.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
behind the scenes. No, that's right. That's right.
Way to go, White!
Are you tired now? Are you brave?
Tired and retarded.
Back at Eastern High School, we're going to the second half. Eastbrook leading 17-16. Both teams send out the starters minus Kennedy. And why would you? Emma had a great first half.
Yeah, she did. She did. She's leading Rochester right now in scoring.
So Rochester will start with the basketball going to our left. Down by 1, 2-3 zone again by Eastbrook. Has extended out to the 10-second line. Malco to Holland, left wing. In the lane, ball tipped away, ball loose. Ruff gets it out to Larkin. Larkin, 15-footer right side is good, and Rochester back up 18-17.
Larkin gets her first points of the ball game.
That mid-range jumper for Allie.
That's killer. She can.
She drains it.
If you can get her to pull the trigger.
Yep.
She's been a little hesitant.
Kitts, crossover dribble, works to the left wing. The base left elbow to Gressley. Down low to Smith. Layup is good.
Ruff got caught on the wrong side of that, and there
Yep.
wasn't anything she could do with 2 fouls. She had to let her go.
Holland at the three-point line, left wing. Had a 3, passes it up, now dribbles to the left baseline. Dribbles all the way to the basket, kicks it out to Malco on the right side, now top to Larkin. Back to Holland. 18-footer left side is good, and Rochester back up 20-19. Full court press by Rochester. Gressley wide open, going to the basket. Gressley then is fouled by Larkin, and Allie goes down holding her knee. Oh, no. And she is in pain.
Yeah.
She is in pain.
I think it went out on her as she jumped, and that's what caused the foul. But, yeah.
We're going to take a timeout. Let's take a timeout. They're attending to Allie right now on the baseline. We'll take an injury timeout, Paul. Back to Eastern after this. WROI.
Foul is on Malco.
Buying your first home? Let the experts at First Federal Savings Bank help you through the process. At First Federal, all of their mortgage loans are serviced locally with payment options that are convenient for you. Their staff will work with you answering your questions and providing professional service. First Federal will even pay standard closing costs for qualifying first-time home buyers. Just another way First Federal takes care of you. Your local mortgage lender.
Our community is bustling with new energy and purpose. There are new opportunities on the horizon, new homes, new businesses, new infrastructure. Your local Fulton County Chamber of Commerce is part of a coalition spearheading new efforts to revitalize our community. Come explore our resources, our workshops, our networking events. Come see our new commitment to you and your business. The Fulton County Chamber of Commerce. Join or renew today. Join and succeed.
Back at Eastern High School, you know what? Here's what's pretty cool. You know, Allie Larkin is being helped off the floor, and as she pops up, of course, the Rochester fans are behind her, and Eastbrook fans, half of them stand up and Eastbrook fans stand up and give her an ovation coming off the floor, and she's not even going to the bench. She's just going to the locker room where Christina Hughes is going to take a look at her, and heart breaks for her.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I don't have a very positive feeling about that. Hopefully, though, it'll be something that over time she'll recover from.
Musselman back into the game. Kitts looks to get it in. Lobs over the top to Gunning. She loses the handle. Now to Smith. Smith loses the handle as well. Ball being tipped around right in the hands of Kitts. Her layup is good. That hit 3 Rochester hands on a loose ball and right in the hands of Kitts, who was charging the basket. And it's 21-20 Eastbrook.
And Rochester has really struggled with this Eastbrook press.
Rochester will call a timeout. It'll be a 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
And coach really
First Federal Savings Bank is Rochester's only locally owned bank. Stop in today to start a new checking or savings account. Learn more about our online banking options or sign up for Go Green Checking, the checking account that pays you back every time you use your card. Stop in today to see why local banking is better banking. First Federal Savings Bank, serving Rochester and surrounding communities since 1966.
And after the Rochester timeout, I believe they have 4 left, maybe 3 left. The inbounds pass comes into Malco. High on the right side to Holland. Back to Malco. Drives it left at the elbow. Now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Malco gets her first 3-pointer of the basketball game.
6:10 to play, third quarter. Rochester up 23-21. Kitts, left wing, top to Gunning. Now to Gressley. Gressley against Malco. Gets a pick, goes left to the elbow. Lob pass on the baseline to Gunning. Down low to Haynes, and she has it tipped out of bounds by Holland. It'll stay with Eastbrook baseline left. Kitts will look to trigger it in. Kitts looking to get it in, still looking to get it in. Looking, does so to Haynes. Haynes in the paint, jumper over Dahlquist, no good. Musselman grabs a rebound to Ruff. Rochester runs. Mo with the basketball on the right wing. Now middle of the floor at the paint, kicks it out to Malco. 3 right wing for the Lady Zebras, good again!
Back-to-back threes by Becky Malco.
26-21, Rochester by 5. Kitts will bring it up the floor for the Lady Panthers. Through the center circle against Ruff. Crossover dribble, works to the right elbow. To Gressley in the corner. Gressley over the top of the defense to Gunning. Gunning a couple of dribbles. Down low to Smith. Gives to Haynes. Now to Kitts, and she backs it out and resets for Eastbrook. 5:15 to play. Third quarter, Rochester by 5 right now at 26-21. Kitts drives it left. Gives out to Kinsley. Her shot no good. And the rebound to Dahlquist, who gives to Holland. And the cross-court pass is knocked out of bounds by Kitts. It'll stay with Rochester.
And Coach Stasiak and Coach Malco hollering at Alexa Holland. No cross-court passes. These girls are too athletic and too long to try and throw over the top.
Marzen Drake comes back in for Eastbrook. The inbounds pass over the top of the defense to Malco. Becky with the basketball. Gives to Holland at the free throw line. Out to Ruff. Ruff throws it away. Picked up by Gressley. Gressley. Left-handed layup is good.
And you have to let her go in that situation.
Holland does.
Holland.
Yep.
She's got 2 fouls, and with the injury to Larkin, Rochester doesn't have a bench deep enough.
Allie comes out. She limps out. She is going to have ice on that right knee. Ruff. Right wing over the top to Malco. Becky's foul, no call, left elbow. Down low, ball tipped away and stolen by Eastbrook. Gressley again has her ball tipped away and stolen by Holland. X right side of the floor for Rochester. X on the wing. Now to Malco. Becky around the defense to Ruff. Three on the way, top of the key. Good!
Big three by Morgan Ruff, a much needed three by the sophomore.
Rochester up 29-23, 4 to play in the third.
But they're still defensively struggling to get pull away from this Eastbrook team.
Kitts hands off to Smith. Smith around the defense and travel. Oh, we're going to get a call on Musselman. Are you kidding me? That's awful.
Well,
that's an awful call. When she was getting ready to travel, they bail her out again. That is an awful call.
What was in the conversation that we just had? The rule of the game is you put a hand on them when they're driving the basketball. It's a foul.
That is an awful call. Kitts, baseline right, looks to trigger it in. Kitts over the top of the defense to Drake. Back to Kitts on the right wing. Now to Drake on the left elbow. Dribbles to the free throw line, just about has her pocket pick, picks it up, down low to Kitts, blocked by Musselman. Ball going to be tipped out of bounds by Eastbrook, and it's going to go back to Rochester.
Boy, Holland's got to be careful.
Oh no, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Musselman hobbling down the floor.
Yep, he's going to get her out. Holland scrambling for those loose balls when she's got 2 fouls, and Musselman limps off the floor.
And you can tell she's pretty much in pain too. She's going to go, and that's that left knee, the one we struggled with earlier.
Well, if Rochester has anybody left at the end of this game and they win, it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight.
3:25. Rochester going to just try to take the air out of the ball and get out of this quarter. They're up by 6 right now. Ruff again for 3. No good. And the rebound to the North or Eastbrook. Boy, I thought that was going to go. That looked good.
It looked good all the way.
From where we were. Drake. Down low to Mars, backs her way in, throws up a shot, no good. Dahlquist with the board, gives to Holland. 3 to play in the third. Rochester up 29-23.
Well, if they could dribble out 11 minutes, that might be the best thing they could do.
Holland's 15-footer, good, hits nothing but the bottom of the net. 31-23, timeout. Eastbrook, it's a 60. You're listening to Ladies Eber Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Church? That's for women.
Church? That's for kids.
Liberty Baptist Church is a church for women and children, but it's also a church for men. The men of Liberty Baptist Church invite you to come, bring your family, and join us as we seek to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and study His Word, the Bible. I think you'll find a place where we can help you with your home, with your eternity, and with your family. Come give us a try.
Back at Eastern High School, 2:50 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 8. Biggest lead of the game was at 10 in the first quarter. It's 10-0. And winner of this game will get LCC tonight as they knocked off of Frankton today, 42-39. So after the timeout by Eastbrook, they've got the basketball going to our right. Kennedy went to the locker room. Allie is out of the locker room with ice on her knee. Kennedy is in the locker room having her knee looked at. Smith bounce pass to Gressley. Down low to Mars. Mars over to Shively. No good. Ball saved from going out of bounds, and right there's Gressley to pick up the ball. And now we're going to have a tie-up down low between Drake and Ruff, and it's going to stay with Eastbrook.
And Morgan Ruff living dangerously with 2 fouls. Rochester battling injury and foul as Ruff and Larkin and Holland and Shively all with 2.
Kitts will look to get it in, does so to Gressley, high on the left side. 2:20 to play in the third. Rochester by 8 at 31-23. Smith outside to Gressley to Mars. Mars goes to the basket. Blocked out of bounds by Dahlquist. Get it out of here, and it'll stay with Eastbrook, the baseline right. 2:15 to play in the third. Rochester up 31-23. Just trying to get through this game. Kitts, lob pass inbounds to Drake. Drake down low to Smith against Shively. Against a double team now. Smith dribbles away from trouble, works to the left volleyball line. Now to Drake. to Mars from the free throw line. Jumper for Mars is good.
That's her first points of the basketball game. They've been looking for her a lot down low on the post, has Eastbrook.
31-25. Rochester up with 1:50 to play in the third. Malco to Holland. X has been quiet this game. To Malco.
She's got 7. She had a three-pointer in the first and a couple of buckets here in this third.
100 seconds to play in the third. Rochester by 6. Rochester looking for the final shot of the period as they're making that 2-3 zone chase the guards up top. 90 seconds. Malco in the center circle. Works left side to Ruff. Mo holds. Here comes the pressure around the defense to Malco with 1:22. Now to Holland high on the right side. Around the defense, middle of the floor, out to Malco. Becky, couple of dribbles to her right. Picks up her dribble, sends left wing pass to Ruff with 1:10, and Ruff is fouled by Drake. And that's going to send the substitute in from the bench, and that's going to be Gunning coming back in.
Well, Drake's going to pick up her first. That's the team first of this half.
Argus leads Bethany Christian at halftime, 29-13. You have a Valley score? Did we already do that?
The Valley at halftime leads Concordia 31-19.
31-25 here at Eastern. Rochester with the lead in the basketball. Ruff with a couple of dribbles. Now backs it out to the timeline. Now to Holland. Down to 52. X around the defense. Hands off to Malco in the center circle with 48. One dribble to her left to Holland with 45. Now to Ruff with 42. Mo holds. Dribbles to her right. Gives out to Malco. She holds near the timeline with 36. Bounce pass high on the right side to Holland. Back to Malco with 33.
Eastbrook putting more and more pressure on the basketball as they get the turnover.
Ruff's pass is deflected. Kith picks it up, and she's going to be fouled going to the basket. And Ruff picks up foul number 3 with 25 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Rochester has a tendency from time to time. The longer they drain that clock down, they get a little less crisp on their passing, and that's what bit them that time.
So it'll be Eastbrook basketball to bounds, baseline right. Gressley then throws it out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back.
Just the 10th turnover by Eastbrook, and that one bailed Rochester out.
22 seconds. Holland will bring it up the floor.
Malco's already got 2 3-pointers in this quarter. Ruff has 1 3-pointer in this quarter.
Malco has it with 13. Becky around the defense with 12. Wrap around pass to Holland. Saves from going out of bounds with 9. Back to Malco with 7. Malco around the defense with 5. 3 on the way, right wing is short and over the backboard out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Eastbrook with 2.2 to play in the third.
Every time you see a Rochester player take an awkward fall, you're holding your breath. As Dahlquist kind of took an awkward fall out of bounds.
Three-quarter court shot by Kitts at the buzzer is no good. Actually grazes the bottom of the net. That was pretty close. After 3, Rochester nursing a 6-point lead is 31-25. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
There was an old woman wwho lived in a shoe. When her kids slowed down her bandwidth, she knew what to do. She called RTC and asked for a hand. That's when she learned about RTC broadband. She told them her location and preferred bandwidth speed. RTC made her a package that best met her needs. Now she and her children all log in carefree, all thanks to broadband from RTC. What internet speed is right for you? Call RTC today and learn more about RTC broadband.
Wrap that thing up, put it back, tape it up.
It's over. Fourth and final quarter we go. Rochester up 31-25. Musselman back out of the locker room, and it's her left ankle, I'm being told by Christina Hughes. She's taped it. She's back out there. She needs to just bite the bullet, get out there and play on it. She'll be okay.
Maybe get her over there walking up and down the sideline so it doesn't get stiff and swell.
We're going to carry that bike with us in every game we go to from now on. Malco in the paint, down low to Dahlquist, loses the handle, and it's going to be loose still. It's going to be tied up.
Back to Eastbrook.
Eastbrook going to get it back.
Yeah, unfortunately, those passes at your ankle are awful hard to get a hold of, and there's an awful lot of hands down there.
10 seconds gone in the fourth. Rochester by 6. Winner of this game will get LCC tonight for the championship.
Oh, and Eastbrook turns it over.
Alco steals the basketball. Will go in for the right-handed layup. It's good, and Rochester back by 8 at 33-25.
Malco now with 12 in the ball game.
Gressley with the basketball. Here comes the half-court trap. Over the top to Gunning. Gunning against Ruff. Gives to Haynes. To Smith. Thought about a three. Now to Kitts. Kitts against a double team. It's going to be called for a charge. It's going to go back to Rochester.
Dahlquist doing a great job playing defense, holding her ground. Kitts tried to go through her instead of around her, and she picks up the charge.
Rochester going to get it back, looking to push this lead back to 10. We have not been here since the 2-minute mark of the first quarter.
And that's the third foul on Kitts.
I'd rather see Gressley get a foul, to be honest with you.
But Kitts is a big rebounding factor for Eastbrook.
Malco across the timeline. 50 seconds gone in the final quarter. Rochester by 8. Malco out to Holland. Right wing, hesitates, drives, step back at the free throw line, now to Ruff. Mo with the basketball top of the key. Backs it out to the volleyball line. Now, Eastbrook down low to Dahlquist. Dahlquist jumper's good off the glass, and we're up by 10.
Great pass by Morgan Ruff right into Dahlquist's hands off the bounce pass, and an easy bucket for Dahlquist.
35-25 over the top of the defense to Smith. Back to Gressley. Now to Gunning. Gunning pushes off again, no call. Ball loose, picked up by Gressley. Gives to Kitts. 3, left baseline. Nope. Smith with the rebound for Eastbrook. Kicks it out to Gressley. Gressley drives it left, throws up a prayer off the glass. It's no good. Another offensive rebound. Going to lose it out of bounds off of Rochester's hip. Out of bounds. Eastbrook will keep possession.
Great job by Emma Dahlquist playing defense down low. She's affecting just about everybody's shots, and all she's really doing is standing there with her hands straight up in the air.
Kitts gets it into Gressley. Now to Smith, who hands off to Gressley. 3, left wing, no good. Rebound to Shively. She picks it up and gives to Ruff. Boy, Eastbrook missed another golden opportunity for another offensive rebound.
You're right.
2 minutes gone. Fourth quarter, wrap around pass to Malco. Rochester by 10. Now to Holland, left wing. X around the defense between the rings, works to the right wing to Malco. Rochester will kind of play keep away here. As Ruff gets it right in front of the Rochester bench with 5:50 to play in the game.
Another really weak pass by Rochester.
Yeah, I think she lost it on that last dribble. X, left wing. Here comes a double team. Drives the baseline, and she's going to lose it out of bounds. It's going to go back to Eastbrook.
She had Dahlquist open the entire time. She was trying to dribble it around the corner. Why she didn't just drop it down low.
Musselman back in. We're going to have to slide back in the zone if they want Kennedy to be effective at all, because whoever Kennedy's guarding will fly right around her with that ankle injury.
I was going to say it at this point, if she's going to be in the game, she's got to be able to go hard, or she's not going to be of any good.
So they do go back into that 2-3 zone. Kitts out to Smith in the right baseline. Smith cut off by Ruff. Over the top to Gressley in the left wing. To Haynes. To Smith in the right corner. Smith a couple of dribbles to the wing. Over the top to Gressley. Back to Smith. To Gressley high on the left side. Long 3 for Eastbrook is good.
Gressley with her 15th points of the basketball game, and she hits a big three-pointer.
Lead is down to 7 for Rochester. 5:08 to play in the game. Malco to Ruff. Mo with it. And we're going to have a foul. Finally, a ticky-tacky foul called against Eastbrook. And it's going to go out of bounds to Rochester. Gressley with the foul.
Yep, and that's going to be her third and team third of this half. So Rochester's got both teams only have 3 fouls, so both teams a long way away from the bonus. That may not even, as Malco just falls down.
And fortunately,
Eastbrook bails her out on the loose basketball.
They lose it out of bounds. Shively coming back in. I'm guessing Musselman's coming out.
Nope. Dahlquist's going to stay in. Musselman out, like you said.
Yeah, Tony's like, look, you can't be a sissy out there showing everybody you're hurt. You're going to have to suck it up a little bit for crying out loud.
If you're going to play, if you say you can play, I need you to play hard.
Malco, left elbow. Got to get rid of it. Does to Holland, the left baseline. X to the basketball now behind the three-point line on the wing. Back to Malco near the timeline. Becky in the paint, loses the handle, and now we're going to have a kick. Eastbrook bails Rochester out again.
Malco's got to go up with that. That pass down low's not there. She's been trying to feed it down low, and she's been feeding it at the ankles, and there's just too many hands. She's got to rise up and shoot that.
4:43 to play in the game. Rochester up 25. I make that 35-28. Malco to the line, to the paint, misses the shot. We're going to have the reach-in foul on Rochester. Is that going to be Dahlquist or Shively?
I think it's going to be on Shively coming in from behind. But no, they're going to call Dahlquist on the push.
So Emma picks up foul number 2, and Rochester will use a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI. Back at Eastern High School, 7-point lead right now. We've got 2 girls on the bench. It's hurt. Allie Larkin left.
First half, both teams combined shot 20 free throws. Nobody shot a free throw here in the second half.
Valley at the end of 3 leads Concordia 41-34. So Rochester on defense here as they look to go back to the man-to-man defense with Musselman out of the game.
Well, 4.5 minutes to go. Eastbrook's entire season, and well, as both teams are, frankly, on the line.
Malco tips the basketball out of bounds. Nice hustle play by Becky Malco. It'll stay with Eastbrook right in front of their bench.
But with Eastbrook trailing and playing a team with a low number in front of them, everything is going on the wall. Everything's going to be on the floor here for Eastbrook.
Smith against Shiley. Switches to Malco. Now gives to Kitts. Kitts with the basketball. Gets a pick. Drives left in the paint. Throws a shot up with Dahlquist. And Emma is going to foul Kitts. And that's going to send her to the line to shoot 2 with 4:15 to play in the game.
Dahlquist now with 3.
So Kitts on the line to shoot 2 for Eastbrook. Rochester by 7 with 4:15 to play in the basketball game. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. First one on the way for Kitts is off the back of the rim, no good.
Kitts a 63% free throw shooter, and this is her first trip to the free throw line. And like I said earlier, it's the first trip for anybody here in the second half.
Yeah. One more for Kitts.
Neither team in a bonus situation yet.
Second one is good this time, 35-29. 4:10 to play in the game. Rochester with the lead.
And Rochester hasn't scored here in about the last 2.5 minutes.
Malco in the paint, jump stop in the lane. Got to get it. She just takes a shot high off the glass and it's no good. Rebound to Douglas. Put back is no good. X with the weak side rebound. Rochester resets. Under 4 to play in the game.
I don't understand why Malco's so reluctant to shoot that shot.
Ruff picks her way through the traffic. Gives to Malco high on the right side. I'm with you. Malco then is fouled by Kitts on the reach in. It'll be out of bounds.
And that's 4 on Kitts. I mean, that shot for Malco's been there the entire basketball game, but she doesn't want it. She's been trying to dump it off, and that's not been effective.
Yeah. Pass comes in to Becky Malco. 3:40 to play in the game. Rochester up 35-29. The winner of this game will get Lafayette Central Catholic tonight for the regional championship here at Eastern High School. Holland against Gunning. Bounce pass to Malco. Malco takes it to the three-point line. Now to the timeline to Ruff. Moe holds against Gressley. Works to the right side to Holland. Rochester just kind of milked the clock here. Down to 3:20 to play in the game. Up by 6. Bounce pass to X. X dribbles top of the key, and she is fouled by Gunning. And 2 more fouls. Rochester will shoot.
Gunning picks up her second. This dribbling away the clock hasn't been something that Rochester's done very effective today.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen them do marvelous jobs with it at other ball games, but they've had their trouble with turnovers today.
3:10 to play. Rochester by 6. Ruff with the basketball. Works to the middle of the floor. Now in the paint. Now at the left elbow. Backs it out to the left wing. Dribbles around Gressley. Outside to Malco. Becky around the defense. Gives to wide open Shively. Layup is good! It's 37-29.
Good look by Malco. Good finish by Maddie Shively. The left-handed shot off the glass goes.
And Maddie is left-handed.
And it's a good thing she's left-handed because a right-handed shot probably would have got blocked.
Gressley throws up a tough shot. No good. Shively with the rebound, and we're going to have a tie-up. It should go to Rochester, and it will.
Again, nice job by Shively being in position being in the right place at the right time.
Full court press now by Eastbrook. Balco runs around through the defense. 2:35 to play in the game. Rochester by 8. Ruff holds in the center circle. Back to Malco on the high on the right side. Malco dribbles to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Ruff at the volleyball line. Mo on the right wing. Dribbles through traffic. Cross court pass to Malco. Becky top of the key. Switches directions. Go to the left side. Jump stop out to Holland. X in the center circle.
Holland's
Jump
the
stops.
last one anybody wants to foul. She's an 81% free throw shooter. Malco, on the other hand, though, is about a 60% free throw shooter. But she did a fantastic job in the sectional shooting free throws.
Malco picks up the basketball, and she is found on the reach in. Is that going to be Gunning or
Looks like Greasley is the one.
Presley? Nope, it's going to be Gunning.
Okay.
But Rochester will be at the line. Nope, no. One more will be out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table, going to our left. 2 minutes to play in the game. 37-29. Rochester the lead. I'm not sure if 4 hours are going to heal us up, Bradley.
It's going to take a lot of ice.
Malco across the timeline. Under 2 to play in the game. To Ruff. Mo gets a double team. Dribbles away from traffic. Good for her. Now works to the right wing. Very good. And then she is fouled by Gressley, and Mo will go to the line to shoot one of the bonus. A minute 47 to play in the game.
Gressley will pick up her 4th. Ruff is about a 74% free throw shooter. We'll see if the sophomore can drain these two.
Minute 45 to play in the game. Rochester by 8.
And LCC's seen all they care to see.
I think probably could have left at halftime. Mo's first one. Nope, too hard. Rebound to Kitts. Kitts runs for Eastbrook. Kitts to Gunning. Gunning, her shot no good, but a foul coming on Shively, and that's going to send Gunning to the line to shoot 2 for Eastbrook. With a minute 42 to play in the game. Rochester by 8.
Gunning looking for her first points of the basketball game.
Gunning has 2 freebies for Eastbrook. Again, Gunning is a 5'3 senior. She eyes the first one and lets it fly, and it's good. She'll have one more. Rochester's lead is 7. Drake coming back in for the Panthers, and she'll replace Kitts. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 100 seconds to play in the basketball game. Second one for Gunning is good again, and Rochester's lead is 7. Ruff gets it into Malco, and now we're going to have is that going to be a foul on Drake? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I'm not sure if I think that was one of those phantom touches,
Yeah.
but Eastbrook okay with it. I guess I am too.
Drake picks up her 2nd. Rochester will go to the free throw line. Malco again to the line.
Yeah, Becky at the line to shoot one of the bonus. Rochester up by 6 at 37-31. 100 seconds to play in the game.
Well, if Rochester can just survive this game.
Becky's free throw, no good. Dahlquist to the board. Gives out to Ruff. Now to Holland. X with the basketball. Dribbles to the left side, around the traffic, in the lane, and foul to go into the basket. And that's going to send X to the line to shoot one of the bonus with 90 seconds to play in the game.
And now the officials are going to converge to see if that was an intentional foul.
Coach Stasiak wanted intentional.
Yeah, he did.
That's a flat-out push.
Two-handed push in the back. There was no effort to go for the basketball.
Gressley's picked up foul number 5. Gressley is going to come out of the game. She is fouled out with 90 seconds to play in the game. Drake will come back in.
She's going to finish with 15 points. She had 10 of those in the first half.
She was the difference in the first quarter.
Absolutely, yep.
Gressley again, a 5'4 junior. She comes out of the game. Rochester up by 6. X to the line for 1 in the bonus with 90 seconds to play in the game. First one for Holland, nothing but net.
Like I said, Holland, an 81% free throw shooter, and she's the first one to make a free throw for Rochester in this second half.
Earlier in this half, Rochester lost both Musselman and Larkin for the rest of the game. Allie with a knee injury, Kennedy with an ankle. X hits both free throws to push this lead back to 8 at 39-31. Full court press by the Lady Zebras. 90 seconds, outlet pass to Gunning. Gunning, layup is on the way, is good. She outrun X to the basket. Minute 25. Malco picks up her dribble, gives far on the right side to Ruff. She crosses the timeline against Drake. Ruff dribbles away from traffic, picks the basketball up and is fouled, and Bo will go to the line to shoot 2 with a minute 18 to play in the game with Rochester up by 6.
It's the third foul on Drake.
Ruff at the free throw line, 4-2. Mo eyes the first one, lets it fly, and it's good. Nothing but net. Lady Zebras back up by 7.
Well, again, if Rochester can survive on the scoreboard, the question will be whether they can survive physically.
Second one by Mose. Good again. 41-33. Rochester back by 8. A minute 15 to play in the game. Again, Gressley is fouled out for Eastbrook. Smith across the timeline against Shively. Works to the wing. Now to Drake. A minute 5. Drake around the defense. Works to the left wing. Picks up her dribble. Now to Haynes. To Gunning. Her layup is good around Holland. 55 seconds.
Well, Gunning has 6 points here in this fourth quarter, and they've all come in about the last 3 minutes of the ball game.
50 seconds, and
Holland.
X is fouled with 49 seconds to play in the game. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Rochester by 6 at 41-35.
Haynes picks up the foul. That's just her second.
Yeah, we haven't had, for her coming in being the second leading scorer for Eastbrook, we have barely said her name tonight.
Right. Well, she's only got 1 point
today.
And that was from a free throw early in the first quarter.
Holland connects on the first. She'll have one more. Looking to push this Lady Zebra lead back to 8.
Haynes averaging 15 points a game, and she just has 1 free throw.
Holland's second one good again. Timeout Rochester at the 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Buying your first home? Let the experts at First Federal Savings Bank help you through the process. At First Federal, all of their mortgage loans are serviced locally with payment options that are convenient for you. Their staff will work with you answering your questions and providing professional service. First Federal will even pay standard closing costs for qualifying first-time home buyers. Just another way First Federal takes care of you. Your local mortgage lender.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Earlier, in case you're just joining us, earlier this half, Allie Larkin out of the game.
With a knee.
With a knee. Kennedy Musselman out of this game with an ankle.
And of the two, we might see Musselman back tonight, but I'm guessing it's going to be limited.
Shot is blocked by Kitts. Malco picks it up with 38. Becky outside and is going to be fouled as Eastbrook bailed her out. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. No, we're going to have a timeout first. We're going to have a timeout by Rochester first. It'll be a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Our community is bustling with new energy and purpose. There are new opportunities on the horizon, new homes, new businesses, new infrastructure. Your local Fulton County Chamber of Commerce is part of a coalition spearheading new efforts to revitalize our community. Come explore our resources, our workshops, our networking events. Come see our new commitment to you and your business. The Fulton County Chamber of Commerce. Join or renew today. Join and succeed.
First Federal Savings Bank is Rochester's only locally owned bank. Stop in today to start a new checking or savings account. Learn more about our online banking options or sign up for Go Green Checking, the checking account that pays you back every time you use your card. Stop in today to see why local banking is better banking. First Federal Savings Bank, serving Rochester and surrounding communities since 1966.
34 seconds to play in the game. Rochester has the ball and an 8-point lead. LCC awaits the championship game tonight. They had a tight one this morning with Frankton. Holland across the timeline. X in the center circle. Loses the basketball. Rochester picks it up. Moe has it with 20. Ruff then fouled by Gunning, and Ruff will go back to the line to shoot 2. Rochester's biggest lead of the game was 10. That coming with about, 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Yeah. Well, and I think they were up 10 in the third as well for a brief couple of seconds.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruff, first one. Yipper bounces in. If anybody's listening and you have some extra strong meds, Kennedy could use some.
Some pain medication.
So she doesn't feel the ankle, she just goes out and plays.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm all about shooting her up if we need to.
Some horse tranquilizers, is that what?
Free throw is good again by Ruff. And the lead now is 9 for Rochester at 44-35. Eastbrook with the basketball at 15. Ball loose on the floor again, picked up by Smith. Jumper on the way is no good. Shively just going to get caught up with, she tried to go for the loose ball, and then it was.
That's number 4 on Shively.
Woo! Minute 42 to play in the game. Valley leads Concordia 51-49.
Wow, that's a close one. And you just told me another big upset, North White over Marquette in Class 1A. That's a big deal. As the free throw is missed by, is that Kitts?
Yeah, Rochester clears the benches. Very good. A lot of 1-2 right there by the Lady Zebras, shorthanded today.
Yeah. Well, Eastbrook really put the pressure on in that second quarter. Rochester came back out at the half, and with their experience, they were able to pull the lead back out.
I thought we were up by 10. The scorekeeper, the second free throw's good, and that cuts it to 9, 45-36. Gast will bring it up. Courtney Gast, Sierra Weathers, Karina Peterson, Megan Nile, and Allie Harsh on the floor. Peterson down low. Her jumper is no good at the buzzer, and that'll do it. Rochester survives and advances to the regional championship game by knocking off Eastbrook this afternoon, 45-36. Post-game show coming up next, 92.1 WROI.